Good morning, everybody, all my YouTubies. This is Brenda from Planty Pins. Thank you so much for joining me with another plant video. If this is your first time viewing, I do all plant videos, and I'm super excited today because today's Monday, and I took the day off because my daughter just bought a house, and I'm going to go over there and help her organize her kitchen cupboards, among other things, which is really exciting. And just some other chores, errands. So I'm pretty just stoked. It's unseasonably warm. 2 days ago, it was literally 80 degrees in Saco, Maine, which is unheard of in November. So that's exciting. It's beautiful out, and so I just have a day that I'm just gonna hang out with my daughter and do fun stuff. So I thought I'd start my day with a video. Some repotting that I have to do, some plant chores, and these plants are really important to me. They're more rare plants, and I've just been getting into more rare plants in the last couple of years. I have been a collector of plants for on my land, all my life pretty much. So I have over 500 in my home, which is a lot. And I did want to say, yesterday was watering day, and I only had to water like half of my plants because a lot of them were succulents and they didn't need a drink, but I should have taken pictures of what goes on in this house once a week. I mean, I have to go and check all of them to see if they need a drink. I take off dead leaves, I prune them, I make notes of ones that I have to repot, ones that aren't doing well that I have to check the roots, all kinds of things like that. So yesterday was really busy, but it's every single week. I mean, I leave a mess in my wake on watering day. So anyway, having said that, what I have for you today and for me is I am going to start with repotting my beautiful Alocasia silver dragon. Now, the reason why I got this plant was, look at that. I mean, I just want her to grow. She's doing really, really well. She was very small when I got her, and she's growing in pon. And I realized that I needed to repot her because of this. See all the luscious roots that are just wanting to spread their wings. So I'm going to repot this out of the pond and into my chunky mix. So I have one of my clear pots, which is always my favorite. I did once again forget to bring something to, man, I hate it when I do that. Something to put the pond in. So stand by. Okay. So now I have a bowl. Yes, it's one of my cereal bowls. So let's just start by checking out this root system of this gorgeous silver dragon alocasia. Got you a little bit crooked here, don't I? There we go. Well, I am just going to, oh my goodness. Pour this out. Oh wow. Let's do this so you can see it. Oh, look at the roots. Look at the roots on the top. Cool, right? Oh wow, these are amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this. Okay, well, these roots are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I would say that I have successfully given this plant a good beginning in life. So let me just get the pond out of the roots. I don't think it's extremely important to get every single speck of pond out, but it's really easy to come off anyway, so might as well. Look at that. Pretty, right? So pretty. I want this to be huge. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this pond, and I am putting this lovely in this pot right here, which I think is perfect, so that I can see its continued growth. So So let me start with getting some soil. I just made a batch a little while ago. I think I told you. Not that much, I guess. Let's just see. Oh yeah, I think that she is going to be absolutely thrilled in this new pot. There's some nice worm castings in here. There is, well, you know what's in my mix. I've told you a million times, but it's just so, I really, really love a mix that doesn't have much soil in it. I must say that fungus gnats really have not been much of a problem at all for me lately. So look at this. I think she's going to be really happy in there. I am going to put this back in my IKEA cabinet because that's where she's been growing. And we will just go from here for this one. So I would say that that is a success. Yes. All right, the next chore that I have to do today, but before I do that, I will take a sip of my coffee. It's good. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is this beautiful moss pole is going to be used for something pretty special. So let me tell you what I've done. I have, oh, I gotta put the silver dragon name back in there. I have a Philodendron Verrucosum that I bought. I think I showed you this months ago. And I think I paid $19 for it because it was damaged. And as you can see, I mean, this is the original piece. So, you know, I got it like that. So what I'm gonna do is put it in a larger pot, considerably larger, but I'm also gonna put with it, because as you can see, I cut it back because it really wasn't looking good, but this piece is looking pretty good now. There's a little bit of damage, but, you know, I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be okay, but I'm gonna put it in a new pot, and I'm always so nervous of thrips. Oh. So I'm gonna put it in this pot. Now I bought these pots, you guys. Listen, if anyone knows where you can get this size pot without the holes, like, you know, these are made for orchids and bromeliads and stuff like that. I really would like to get clear plastic pots without the holes on the sides, but I have a lot of these now. So what I'm going to do is just put it inside this pot, just so it doesn't all spill out everywhere. So also what I'm going to put with it, and why I'm choosing to use such a larger pot, is because I had cut back that Varicosum, and I have finally, I think, 2 pieces in my prop box. Look at all my brandies. I'll be putting those in a pot pretty quick. They're growing great. I love brandy, philodendron brandy. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces. I've got this one that's pretty well rooted, finally. I think I showed you. I am pretty amazed how scrawny the roots are for Varicosum. I mean, I'm blown away by it, actually, because this has been in here for a long time, months, and as you can see, it doesn't have very many roots, but I'm getting more roots, more aerial roots right here, so I'm probably going to sort of lay it down like this when I plant it and see if I can train it up. So there's one piece, and then I have another piece right here, which is in kind of the same boat. Didn't really give me very many roots, but again, I have the aerial roots, so I'm gonna see what I can get. And I actually have another growth point on this one right here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, the roots aren't really impressive, but I honestly feel like I'm not going to get much better than that until I get them in soil. So that's my thought process, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to start with this pot, but I'm going to have it in here. And I'm going to put soil in here. Bring it down here so you can see with me. I'm going to put quite a bit of soil actually, because I've got, okay, let's take a look at this piece. So I'm going to get rid of this pot for this guy, and this is actually just soil, so I think I'm going to just dump it out because I don't really want to save it. I don't think, I'll take a look at it, but I'm not really expecting, you're going to see this, I'm not really expecting too much for the roots because of what I showed you before. I just watered this yesterday, that's why it looks so wet, you guys. So, oh my gosh, as you can see, the roots are kind of, you know, oh, actually they're not bad, hold on here. They're not that bad. I don't want to disturb them very much. Hold on, let's see if you can see this. So I've got a pretty good blob of roots right here, and honestly I don't want to disturb them too much because I just don't. I don't. So I'm just gonna, because it's just soil anyway, I'm just gonna get rid of this, get it out of my way, go ahead and start with this pot, and I feel like this one should be kind of deep. But I'm just realizing I forgot something, so hold on just a second. Start over again. I'm using this moss pole. So I do need a little bit more moss in the end here. So I'm gonna just poke some in there. Just a little bit more. That's all. Just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put soil in it. So let's just see how this is gonna work. I'm gonna put soil. A lot of it falls out, so make sure you do this over your bin. Just cram it in there. Okay. All right, so now I am going to put this back down here and put it in my pot. And I'm gonna do it to one side like this, okay? So now I need to backfill that soil again that I just dumped out. This is really exciting. Philodendron Verrucosum. I fell in love with this plant because of the unbelievable iridescent fuzzy leaves. So let me just put this down in here. There's one. I'm going to go ahead and put a scoop in just to hold this one here. This one's going to be front and center. Okay, like that. Right close to the pole, so because I'm going to, you know, try to get it to stay on the moss pole. I don't know, it's bending right now. Number 2. I feel like you need to be closer. Can you get closer? Come on. Here we go. All right, number 2. Okay, so here's 1. 1 is going to be right there. 2 is going to be right here. Let's get that in there. Gotta make sure that it's right up against the thing, which it is, the pole. So is that one. And then number 3. Look at that beauty. She's going to go right here, into the side. All right, so now I'm going to carefully fill in here because sometimes when I do this, I get a little wild, and I end up not being as close to the pole as I want to be. So I want to make sure that I'm as close to the pole as I possibly can be, so that I can use some gardening tape and try to get them just to muckle onto the pole. And I think I'm going to succeed because there's some pretty good aerial roots, as you can see. So I think I need a teeny bit more back there. Just a little bit more. Okay. So I do have my handy gardening tape right here. Here's a little tip for you if you use this tape. If you don't somehow try to keep it in a roll like this, it'll just get crazy. So I just use a piece of tape and I tape it. And as I use it, it stays together so this piece doesn't come out and all unwind. So that's something else I do. All right, let's see how big of a piece we need. Let's see if this is big enough. I'm gonna try to do, let's see if I can show you what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna put a piece right at the bottom. Right at the bottom, trying not to get the leaves, but just trying to get the stem like this and like this. And this one I have to get creative and go around, get between the leaf. Okay. So let's see. Oops, I missed this guy altogether. Silly. Silly, silly. All right, here we go. I feel like this is going to be a success, you guys. As long as I don't do it too tight or too loose. So now I'm just going to make sure that I didn't mess something up here. I don't think I did. So I already pre-moistened this moss bowl because it was one that I had so as you can see, I don't think I have anything pinched very much. That the roots are right there, that the roots are right there. I'm going to spray this down again when I'm done. And there's the roots right there. So here we have it with its moss pole. Push this down to make sure that the pole is going to be erect. And this is my Philodendron Verrucosum. This is like the front of the pot with the 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. So there. Number 1 is my beautifully repotted Alocasia silver dragon, which I love with all my heart. Absolutely love, love, love. She's going back in my cabinet. And then this beautiful, which I have to clean off her leaves, of course. This beautiful Philodendron Verrucosum, which I am so happy to have added to my collection. This started as one damaged piece. Really damaged. I'll see if I can get the picture and show you. It was not in good shape at all when I got it, but I only paid, it was $19 and it was being sold as damaged, so I totally get it. But it did grow enough for me to propagate it, and now I have 3 pretty good pieces, and I am praying that I will soon have a gorgeous growing plant. So there. Thank you so much for joining me for my video today. I am really excited to continue my day having fun. It's going to be gorgeous outside, and I'm going to a greenhouse to get 2 plants for my beautiful twin daughters that are turning 41 on the 9th. So, oops. Yeah, maybe they won't watch this. It's for their birthday. So anyway, thank you so much for watching me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. If you enjoyed it, it would really help me out a lot. So take care of yourselves until next time, and God bless.